Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, one and only Star Flames, of course, and we are back with another banging video, honey, because what are the chances that I told you so? I told you guys this would have happened because we know that our favorite pimp Kris Jenner was never going to miss on an opportunity to capitalize off Jordyn Woods' wedding. I told you guys that they see Jordyn Woods as someone that they have given an opportunity, and it's not true. A lot of people may look at it and say, oh, but it's half true. No, I must admit, it's partially true, but I wouldn't say it is half true because you know what? While a lot of us, no, I'm going to tell you what Kris Jenner is up to, but let me explain some stuff so that no one gets it twisted, right? So, you guys know that a lot of us, we knew Jordyn Woods by way of Kylie Jenner. But the truth of the matter is, Jordyn Woods got to the peak of her fame when they tried to ruin her, when they tried to destroy her. And just like a phoenix, she rose from the ash. I believe that Jordyn Woods was destined for greatness one way or the other. And do you know how we've often heard the term destination helpers? We have destination helpers that comes in many shape, form, figures, size, you name it. And if they were Jordyn Woods' destination helpers, whether they like it or not, they had to play their role in getting Jordyn Woods to that pivotal point, and then Jordyn Woods took the step from there, because guess what? You can teach a man how to fish, but if he's not determined to become a fisherman and to make good of his catch, then did you really teach him anything? Yes, you did, but he never capitalized on it. He never made good of his catch, and as such, he'll keep suffering. But they never really taught Jordyn Woods how to fish. Jordyn learned it on her own, and we realized that Jordyn was playing a pivotal role behind Kylie's cosmetic, and this is something that many people have not caught up on, because what are the chances that the moment that Jordyn Woods was out of the picture, Kylie Cosmetics kept declining? What are the chances, right? So now that Jordyn Woods is doing well, she married Carl Towns on August 16th, Saturday, August 16th, and I think I have the date correct, right? Then what are the chances that the very same week that Jordyn got married, it's now been rumored that Kris Jenner has secured a $100 million contract for Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner to get married on air. And it is said that they are determined to make this work. Now, Timothée Chalamet looks like he has drank the Kool-Aid. So when I say he looks like he has drank the Kool-Aid, he looks like he's in waist deep at this point. He's all in the PR games and ain't no turning back. But sometimes not all money is good money, right? So Timothée Chalamet needs to be very careful. I can't tell the guy not to get married, or even what to do. And to be frank, will the guy even have a reason to be listening to me, right? Absolutely not. But this is a thing. This is a point that we're at. And I want you guys to go back and check that video. And I'm going to pin that video for you guys in the comment section as well as the description box, because what are the chances that last week I said to you guys, now that Jordyn Woods has tied the knot, Kris Jenner would be rushing one of his. Kris Jenner is a female. How did I get his? God, he knows. No. I said, what are the chances that Kris Jenner was going to rush one of her daughters down the aisle? I said it. And I said the most likely candidate is going to be Kylie Jenner. I don't know why you guys are not watching the videos to the end, but honey, I promise you this. The juicy part of the video is closer to the end, okay? So you need to ensure that you're watching the video to the end. Because and to be honest, at the time that I was making that video saying that Kris Jenner is gonna rush one of her daughters down the aisle, I honestly never heard of that contract before, right? No. This is an allegation, so I want you guys to take it with a grain of salt, where it's been alleged that Kris Jenner is going to rush Kylie down the aisle to marry Timothée Chalamet in a $100 million contract wedding. So just take it lightly, because the truth of the matter is I have no supporting evidence. The only supporting evidence that we have is by way of track record. So, by way of track record, we can look at Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphrey's wedding, 72 hours, and then it took years for Kim to get out of that marriage, because Kris Humphreys was like, I was in this, with my good heart, genuinely in it, but you were in it for show business, so I'm gonna make you pay. And Kris Humphreys, even though he had the smallest portion in Kim Kardashian's engagement ring, one of his terms and condition was that he got a significant portion from the sale of the ring, and when he got that money, he donated it to charity because he wanted to send a strong message to Kim and her family. He wanted to prove to them that he was in it for the good times and bad, for better or worse, but Kim was in it for the contract money, okay? So, I'm just saying they have a reputation, and they always live by their reputation. They may have gotten smarter. They have, they're more tactful in how they go about doing things, but it's not far-fetched. Hearing that Kris Jenner has secured $1 million contract for Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet to wed on air, it's not something that is far-fetched. No. When we look at Timothée Chalamet is not just... No. When you look at Timothée Chalamet is not just a regular actor. He's an actor with quite the resume, a very, very impressive resume for his age. And you guys know that so many critics believe that him dating Kylie has caused a dent or a little splash of mud on that resume. So the thing is, will Timothée Chalamet actually seize this as an opportunity and get married on air, or will he seize it as a stain on his image, his reputation, his good resume that he's worked so hard to build, and pull himself back? I hope he sees it as nothing good for his image, reputation, or career, and pull himself back. I do hope that when he gets married to Kylie, he doesn't do it on air, and he does it for all the right reasons and not the wrong ones. But men are always selfish. They're going to always do things for themselves. So you never know where this guy intentions truly lies. But if the allegations are true, we are about to see one heck of a, I don't even know how to classify it at this time. Circus, maybe? Maybe circus? We're about, so I'm just saying, are we about to see a circus? And will Timothée Chalamet choose to be a part of this clown car? Because if he does, I don't think any good can come from it as it relates to his career. Or we could be wrong. It might be a pivotal moment in his career, and it may very well help to transform his career because we are seeing another actor with an impressive resume. Alduri, I think his name is, his last name, the guy who's dating Kendall Jenner. Can you imagine? I fell in love with this man on screen for Frankenstein, the most recent one, and I don't remember his name. And I believe that movie should have won an award, but it didn't. It got nominated for an Oscar. So I'm just saying, even though we think this could, hurt Timothée Chalamet's reputation, it can also be a pivotal moment in his career, and it may give his career that boost, that change that it needs. Who knows? But then again, every time I remember the Kardashian curse, and the Kardashian curse has proven itself so much at this point. Yeah, but is Kylie a Kardashian? She comes under the Kardashian umbrella. Because is Kendall a Kardashian? No. But what do we see happening to the men who date Kendall Jenner and their career, right? It takes a while for them to really get back on their feet, and sometimes they don't, right? But also, do men tend to have the same amount of endurance as women? Oftentimes not. Women are determined specimen. We are determined to, if we need to make something happen for ourselves, we're going to make it happen. But I'm just saying, this one is going to be tricky if it is true. But I guess we're going to have to hang in there, I guess, and see what happens from here onward. Will Timothée Chalamet bite the bait and go in for this contract, providing that these rumors are true? If he likes the girl, he's going to see it as good money, and he's going to say, what's the worst can happen? We get separated, because the truth is, I think that's the worst that can happen, right? And for these people, it is money first and everything else after, because they know that money makes people happy. And if they see it as a equal win for both parties and they're not hurting anyone, they may go for it. And you never know. Chances are it might work out. You never know. They're young and they have a lot they can build on. But let me know what you guys think about the rumors of Kris Jenner securing a $100 million wedding contract on Hulu for Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner to get married on TV. Leave a comment below and we're gonna talk some more. Peace.